Hello everyone, I'm Tom, and since this coronavirus disruption started, I've been hosting this vlog to eat beef jerky and talk to you on the internet. I'm not a food critic, so the beef jerky part is silly and pointless. But this vlog has let me explore some fun ideas with you, especially regarding game design, so I plan on keep on doing it. So it's been actually a couple weeks since my last video. This is the 52nd beef jerky vlog video, and guess what? It's the 3rd of November. It's voting day. It's election day. Here we go in 2020, election day, where Americans get to decide once again on a 4-year president. I know what I feel like, but as you can see below me, and also in previous videos, I think the important thing is to vote, to get out and vote. Of course, here it is 6 o'clock Eastern time when I make this video. So number one, if you haven't voted, of course, you should rush off and vote, but there's very little time left. So what are you doing unless watching me? But more than likely, if you're watching this, this is later, so probably you know the answer and the voting is done. In which case, hooray or not. And that's the other thing. I'm doing it right now at this particular moment in time. I do not know the result of the election. I'm fairly certain you do. And I'm frankly on pins and needles, as is everyone else. But I decided I would do this because, if nothing else, it's a record of where we were just before the momentous decision happened. For better or worse. At any rate, yes. So it's the 3rd of November, 2020, Election Day, and we're doing this thing. But let's do this thing as normal, which means we start by talking about a game design idea. What are we talking about? We're talking about Among Us. So Among Us is a kind of a viral sensation, and it's a viral sensation for several reasons. First off, it's multiplayer. That's always fun. Second off, it's really taken off in the not the Twitch sphere, but the Twitch sphere. It's taken off with live streaming gamers because it works well with live streaming. It's a lot of fun with live streaming. It's a lot of fun playing with other people and going, "Oh, darn it, you got me." And the third is it's a very easy to get into, very accessible game. In fact, the reason for that is one of the reasons why it's what it is because it closely follows some of the rules of party games that I've been playing and many people have been playing for a very long time. Games like Mafia and Werewolf, specifically. In both of those games, there's hidden information. There's a group of people, and occasionally they all hide their eyes so that a few people among the group can communicate without being discovered by the rest of them. Exactly the kind of hidden mechanic that a computer could mediate very well. But doesn't have to, obviously, as we see with things like Werewolf and Mafia. But these games are the idea of townsfolk and werewolves. There's also a game out there called Secret Hitler, where some people are fascists and some people are liberals. The idea is that there are a few traitors in amongst a bunch of loyalists, and the traitors know who they are, and they probably know who each other are, but other than that, nobody knows nothing. And then there are simple game mechanics, very simple game mechanics, to try to achieve a goal and also to weed out who the traitors or werewolves are. And again, Among Us has that mechanic. That's where you get all the memes that are coming out today, like yellow is sus, and things like that. So yeah, in my opinion, it's interesting for several reasons. One of the first obvious is it's not interesting. It's entirely predictable. People love playing together. This is certainly one of the lessons that Artemis really slapped me across the face with. I knew that people love to play together. I made an MMO way back in the day. Um, but Artemis showed me a group of people who were willing to sit on their butts and not play anything for 45 minutes, just waiting while another group in another room got ready to play to join them. That was a revelation to me. I did not expect players to actually choose to do that. That still seems mind boggling to me. That people would say, oh, well, I'm so interested in playing with more people online multiplayer that I'll sit around for 45 minutes waiting for that other group to get their act together just so that I can be part of that. Um, did not compute. I had certainly been in previous situations, especially when it came to multiplayer first person shooters, where if you dawdled for 10 seconds, your fellow players would simply run off and shoot some monsters, waiting for you to do whatever it is you had to do to join them. Impatience, I thought, was really the name of the game when it came to online multiplayer. Boy, was I wrong. Uh, so, yeah, people love to play online multiplayer, especially with their buddies, with their friends. People do that. I love that. That's just it's to me. It's something people go out of their way to find and play. Um, and also, I was there, children. I was there for the period of time 1995, 1996, when the first PlayStation and Sega Saturn, uh, and then the Nintendo 64 came out, and the entire game industry had come under the spell of one idea, and that idea was 3D good, 2D old and busted. A 2D game was just stupid legacy that we were going to see dry up and blow away like dust. Um, and yet here's the latest, hottest sensation, and it's a 2D game. Um, so, boy, was that prediction wrong. And it wasn't my prediction, fortunately, even though I've done a lot of predictions that were totally wrong. I am not anybody's idea of a sage or seer about the future of the game industry. But a lot of people got that wrong. A lot of people in very high places were utterly convinced that 3D polygons were the only game mode worth exploring in the future. And how false that was. At any rate, so yeah, I think Among Us is fascinating. I think that playing Among Us can be a blast, and people can really enjoy it on a lot of levels. But I think that it's not in any way surprising to me that it's popular, because it's so accessible and so multiplayer. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say about that. So, let's get to the main event. Let's get to jerky. I have here a pack of turkey jerky. Crunchy Archer Hickory Smoke Turkey Jerky. Just give this a try. I'm not sure I've had any. Well, I'm pretty sure I've had some Country Archer on this channel before. And this is turkey jerky. Looks good. Smells like jerky. Let's give it a try. Mm-hmm. Pretty soft. Not bland. Mm. Hmm. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's hot. I would definitely say that it has that aspect of turkey jerky, which is to be significantly softer than beef jerky. More, the same way with pork jerky. Beef has a texture all its own. But this is very soft. This is kind of right on the border of maybe a little too soft for me. But not bad. Not bad. And it's very spicy, or it's very flavorful without being too spicy. I get a tiny bit of kick, but only a tiny bit. Alright. Let's open the mailbag. As usual, the mailbag has one post from Adam Parra, who did a YouTube comment about the last episode where I talked about Super Robot Wars, Super Robot Tyson. And he says, thanks for the suggestion on Robot Wars. Super Robot Wars, Adam. I don't have a Switch, but I know people who do, and they like anime. Well, feel free to tell them. That's really what Super Robot Wars is all about. And having played maybe 4 hours of it so far, yeah, that particular game, Super Robot Wars T, um, in the international version that you can buy and put in your American um, Switch and play with American subtitles, with English subtitles. It's it's nothing but fan service. It's full of characters and robots that if you knew who they were, what the show was, you'd be constantly going, "Oh, look who came! Oh, look what it is!" And that's really the entire design philosophy of that game is to provide that fan service. And it's weird because I, as a player, I like anime just fine, but I certainly am not plugged in enough to know all these characters and all these different things that are showing up. Um, so I know that I'm supposed to be going, "Whoa, look who it is!" But then I don't know who it is. So at any rate, it's lots of fun to play, but it definitely rewards the person who loves anime and has watched all the shows. Um, so for what it's worth, thank you, Adam. Thank you for replying. And you too can subscribe and hit the bell to be notified of any other videos I make of this. And please feel free to leave a comment on YouTube or on Facebook telling me what you'd like to see next. Um, that's about it, I think. I did Country Archer Hickory Smoked Turkey Jerky, and it was good. It was certainly not tough. It was flavorful without being spicy. I'm not a big fan of spicy myself, but I know a lot of people are. Um, we'll try another flavor of turkey jerky or beef jerky next time. I appreciate it. See you then.